So the first thing I was going to ask you is, what have you learned since the COVID outbreak started?
I think as a human, I've learned that we require a lot of face-to-face contact, that over Zoom and stuff, and as someone who did online school every day, 6 hours, just staring at my computer, that it wasn't enough. Just seeing my friends online wasn't enough, and I was still longing for a lot of face-to-face contact that we were obviously not allowed to get, but we still needed, that we needed to see people. So we did things like go outside, and like we only went outside and hung out with people like my best friend, and I needed that contact with people.
Did you create your own bubble then? Is that what you had to do?
Yeah, so I think me and my best friend, because I lived in Toronto at that time, we were at the height. We had the most cases that me and my best friend, we had to see each other outside, go swimming at her pool, like other things like that we had to do to see each other.
How useful was your phone during that time?
I think my phone usage has gone up a lot during COVID because that's the only way I could contact people. Like, it was also from a place of boredom because I didn't have anywhere to go, things to do, but it was also my only like contact with people, so there was nothing else I could do other than be on my phone.
Did you feel you were ahead of the game as a young person because you had all these different other ways to communicate?
Yeah, I think so. Like teaching my mom and parents about how to use technology and how we could like FaceTime our whole family from different places, so using Zoom and all these things. So I think as young people we did have a leg up on how to contact people in the pandemic.
So you had all this time off. Did you learn any new skills or improve on any skills?
Yeah, so I started high school during the pandemic, which has been a very interesting experience, hard, but also something that I'll remember forever. And so I've learned how to adapt to a new place. I've moved during the pandemic. Everything, I think I've learned everything new. Like I've improved on everything because it can't be the same as it was before.
Do you think that your youth makes you more adaptable then?
I think so, yeah, that I have been set in my ways a few times. Like I have certain things that I do, but that I have to change all the time because as a young person, like you change into adulthood, so.
Mm-hmm. So you're an up-and-coming model. I see you like being to Rome and all sorts of places. It's very exciting for you during this time. How has that changed? Have you found any way through with that?
Yeah, I've done, I think, one photo shoot during the pandemic, and it was interesting. But so we went outside, we went in a field, like there was very little contact between me and the photographer, and then we were changing in a van. There were very interesting ways to change clothing and stuff, but other than that, everything is pretty much stopped with modeling. Yeah, there's no traveling. I would have been going to maybe Milan, places like that, and it's all just ended now.
So yeah, that's really tough when you're just starting your career, but I guess it's probably on hold for everybody, so everybody's being disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Any other skills that you think you might have picked up or improved on during COVID?
Yeah, when I was younger, I danced a lot, and but I kind of realized that it wasn't really my thing. But then going into high school, I joined the LCS dance team, and being able to dance with competitive dancers has really been interesting. And then also to dance in a pandemic has been even more interesting. So we all have to wear masks, and we're all spaced out indoors, and we all tried to dance when we were able to outside. So being able to dance has been a very interesting thing, and making pieces about the pandemic has been very interesting. So dance has been a huge new thing in my life.
Do you have a story you'd like to share with us about COVID?
Yeah, joining the dance team at school, I had kind of expected that there would be no recitals, there would be no public showings of our work, And then I was told that we would be doing a dance down at the waterfront at our school, and we ended up performing 4 dances about the elements, and we were all masked at all times, and there were a certain number of people who were able to come. It was all outside, but that was very cool to do, like in a pandemic, that we were able to do a dance showcase and recital to show people what we had worked on.
How did that make you feel, sharing your art with other people?
It felt really good. We had a lot of praise that we had been able to do it, and we won, there was certain awards that our school did and stuff, and so we won one of those, which was very interesting to do because we were one of the only very few clubs that could actually perform. Acting couldn't, so dance was very interesting to be able to do. Yeah.
So, I've asked this of lots of people, and it's a tough question, but what dark moments did you have during this time, and how did you work through them?
Well, in March, over the March break, I was with my best friend in Mexico, and so we had expected to be there for 2 weeks, and then we were watching a press conference with the Prime Minister, and he said all Canadians abroad need to come home, and suddenly we had to pick up from our trip and try and get out of Mexico as fast as we could, and we were there with friends, and so everyone tried to get out as fast as we could, and so there was a lot of stress on my parents trying to get us out, mostly my mom trying to find flights and stuff, so that became a very stressful thing. We were able to have a lot of fun, me and my friend who I was with, but it was still, there was a lot of panic, would we be shut out, would we be able to get home, what was going to happen at the border, which was really scary, but we were able to come back, which is good, and then do quarantine, but that unknown of coming back was very scary.
It must have been awful, especially when you had planned 2 weeks of fun and suddenly everything is shattered.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any new goals or resolutions that would have come out of this time?
Yeah, I think to hang out with friends a lot more, as I am allowed to, and just people, anyone, hanging out with my grandparents, everyone, just because usually I find I can rest alone, and I like to be just in my own time, and then because I think, I'll just see them next when I get back at school, and now that's not always guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that we get to go back to school, so it's going to be interesting what's going to come soon, but I think my goal is to see as many people as I can outside with masks, just being able to have that contact.
Being real,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, real people. I suppose
Yeah.
when you live a lot of your life on your phone, you must miss, that contact with human beings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that before the pandemic, we always wanted to be on our phone talking to people, but now it's something that we are forced to do, and we don't want to be on it. We want to be outside, seeing family, being able to share real memories with people, not over technology and stuff.
That's a great answer. Where do you see yourself in the summer of 2021?
Well, hopefully at my mom's theater, Fourth Line Theater, we're doing a production there. Maybe at camp, because this year I was supposed to go to sleepaway camp, but everything was canceled, obviously. So I think hopefully being at camp, maybe see my grandma in Calgary. That would also be a privilege to see her. Hopefully
Some
back.
international events where you're modeling, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
That's beautiful. Thank you for your time. That was lovely.
Okay.
It's been so long since we've been here. This moment that we hold so dear. It felt as though night would forever stay. When you feel that low, there's always hope. Reach for my hand, I'll lead you home. It's there for you to always find the way. I'll tell you once, then tell you twice. Don't doubt it, look into my eyes. I'll always be the safest place to fall. If you ask me what is coming, well, I don't together than alone. Now let's sit and dim the lights, tell tales of sleepless nights. The world is burning, tearing at the seams. We'll share truth about our lives. We'll pray time will make this right. 'Cause I need you here, not only in my dreams. I'll tell you once, then tell you twice. Don't doubt it, look into my eyes. I'll always be your safest place.